Hello and welcome to AutoCAD. In this video, I'll tell you about the data extraction tool, and basically I'll use data extraction tool to extract data related to our drawing in an external Excel sheet as well as in a table, which is the generic AutoCAD table right inside of a drawing. I'll use two different drawings for this. The first one is this one, which you see on your screen right now. It is the simple drawing with lots of objects and blocks, and I'll extract data from this drawing, and I'll also use another drawing where I'll extract data from blocks containing attributes. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have this drawing, and right now we have lots of blocks inside this drawing. Now to start extracting data, I'll go to this Annotate tab, and right here on the tables panel we have this extract data tool. You can use this, or you can also use data extraction command, or you can use dx command alias. In this case I'll use the command alias dx and I'll press enter, and this will open data extraction wizard. Now in this wizard we'll start by creating a blank data extraction. We don't have a data extracted table yet and we are not modifying it, but if you have an existing data extracted table, then you can select this, add an existing data extraction, and then use that to modify it further. But in this case we just want to extract it from a completely blank drawing like this. We just have it and we just want to extract the data. So I'll select the first option and I'll click on next. And here we have it. So this will open save data extraction as window, and here you can save this data extraction file. Now this is the DXE file which you can use later to modify your data extraction. So I'm going to just type sample data and I'll hit the save button. Now this will extract our data from this complete drawing, but if you want to just select a part of this drawing to extract the data, you can select the second option. So right now the first option is selected and it will include all the drawing and every single component in it. But if you select the second option, this box will highlight, and now you can click on this box and select an area from the drawing, and now if you press enter, the data will be extracted from only this part of the drawing, but that's not what we want. So I'm going to select the first option and I'll include all the drawing from this current sample office plan. Now the data will be extracted from this drawing, which is right now here on this location. If you want to add more drawings, then you can select add drawings and you can add as many drawings as you want. Alternatively, you can also add entire folders, and all the drawings inside those folders will be used for our data extraction. So in this case, we don't want to do that. So I'll just leave it the way it is. Now we have some options here in the settings button. So if you select the settings button, we have options like you can select the objects from where you want to extract the data. So if you want to extract the data from blocks, select this. If you want to extract data from xrefs, select this. If you want to include xrefs in the block counts, use this. And if you want to extract data from drawings in the model space, then select this. And if you want to extract data from model as well as from the layout space, then select this option. So we just want the default options here. We want to extract data from everything, and I don't want xrefs to be counted as blocks, so I'll leave this one unchecked. Now I'll click OK. And we also don't have any external reference here, so that won't matter in this case. Now with these settings, I'll click on next. And here we have a sample data which is extracted. So what do we have here? Well, if you look at this, we right now have all the objects which are present inside of a drawing. Now, if you want to, for some reason, see only the blocks that contain attributes, then you can click this checkbox, and now the list will show only objects that contain attribute. But we don't want this for now. We'll do it in the next exercise. For now, I'll leave this one unchecked, and now we have all the object types as well as objects which are currently in use. You can uncheck this option if you want to include every single object which is inside this drawing, or maybe objects which are not even part of this drawing. If you want to include those objects as well, keep this thing unchecked. But in this case, we only want to select the objects which are in this drawing and in the visible area. Also, all the object types are selected, but if you uncheck this option, you have the option of selecting either blocks or non-blocks. So you can just select that. Now this will only display objects which are not blocks. This will only display objects which are block. You can see the type as well here. Well, in this case we want both, so I'll just select this option. Now you can filter through all the data types that we have. In this case we have lots of blocks, these blocks essentially which are created by default, and we don't want these blocks in our extracted table, so I'll just uncheck these. Also I'll uncheck all the non-block objects, so it is better if we uncheck this option and select only this one, display block only. Now that way we can easily uncheck the options, and there we are. So we only have blocks visible, we don't want non-blocks objects, so that's that. And here also, if you just want to hide any of these, you can just select that, but that's enough. We just want to remove these objects from our selection. When you are done, select next. All right, now here we have lots of properties related to our objects, and the easiest way to filter through these properties is the category filter. So in this case, we don't want properties related to 3D visualization, so I'm gonna uncheck this. And now we have properties related to drawing, general properties, geometry, and miscellaneous. We want these, but here also I'll filter some of these properties. So we may not want some properties, and those properties I'm going to just uncheck here. So the things which we don't want are scale. So XYZ scale, we don't want that. And subject, I don't want that either. Title, I don't want that. Total editing type, no, I don't need it. Okay, then position, rotation, I want it. So position, I don't want it, so I'll just uncheck. So these are the information that I don't want in my final table. Plot style, let's leave it. Line weight, line type scale, line type, layer, keywords, no, we don't want that. Hyperlink base, hyperlink, nope. File size, no, we don't want that. File name, we don't need it. Okay, file modified and file location, not at all needed. And file last saved by, not needed. Okay, and maybe we can uncheck file accessed and file created as well. And this info is drawing revision number, let's leave it for now. Comments, color, block unit, author. Okay, all these informations we just want it, and we'll see if we don't want any of these information at a later stage. We can get back to this window, page 4 of 8, and we can then change it again. But for now, that's enough, and I'll click on next. All right, now you'll see this warning, and this warning simply says that all the blocks which are non-uniformly scaled will not be included in this wizard. And that's also obvious because non-uniformly scaled blocks will have skewed data, so that's obviously excluded from our extraction wizard, so that's okay. And here we have the final table which we are going to get. Now if you want this table directly in your drawing, that's fine, but if you want to refine this table and just fine-tune all the settings and all the information inside this table, then you can change some of the parameters. The first few things which I see here is the empty column, so I can clearly see that author column is empty, comments is also completely empty, so these two are completely empty and we don't need it. So I'll just right click on this and I'll select hide column. Similarly for this one, hide column. And this also I think is completely empty, and yes it is. So right click and hide column, and yes, empty tables are gone. Now also we might have columns with single information, for example block unit. Okay, we have different information in these. Line type, everything is by layer, and yes, everything is by layer in line type. So adding this column is kind of useless in this case, so I'll just hide this column as well. Now line type scale, I leave that. Line weight, all right, this is by layer everywhere, so I'm gonna hide it. And this works. Rotation, unit factor, I think it has different values, and yes it is. So that's that. So we have all the useful columns here. Now in this case, identical columns are combined. So if you look down, you'll see that we have 4 instances of a tree 3 block. Now if you uncheck this, well, all the tree 3, they are all separate. So if you just want them separately like this, you can leave it, or you can just combine them into single column. Also you can show the count column, which will show you the number of objects or the count of those objects. So in this case we are just talking about blocks, so it's showing the count of those blocks. Just leave it checked if you want it. Also the name column, which is this one. So if you don't want any of these, you can just check or uncheck these, but in this case these are really very important columns, so I just want to keep them. Now with these settings you can click full preview to see what you are going to get, and I'm going to do that. So here it is. Here's the final table which we'll be getting here in AutoCAD, or maybe if you want this table as an external Excel file, you can just get that as well. So that's our table. Now I'll just close this and I'll click on next. And here we are on almost the last page of this wizard. And here we can extract information in two different ways. You can either extract the information as an Excel file, CSV, MDB, or a TXT file. You can save it anywhere you want. Or you can extract the table as an AutoCAD table. And in this case, I'll do both. I'll extract it as an AutoCAD table and also as an external file. For the external file, I'll specify desktop as my location. So I'll just click on this ellipsis and I'll bring the save as window here. So here's the save as window and I'm going to just save it here. So let's call it office data. And now you can see that it is saving it in XLS format. You can change it to MDB, CSV, or simple text format. I'll leave XLS format and I'll save it. Okay, so it will save info here. And now we can go to the next option where we'll create a table right inside AutoCAD. So let's do that. Let's click on next. And here we are in the table wizard. Now let's give it a name. Well, if you want to name your table, you can just give it a name. For example, data extraction. And you can even change the type of table. So right now it's using the standard style of our table. And if you just want to be creative here, click this box. And now we are in the standard table. Click on modify and you can change the formattings. For example, you can go to text and change the text size if you want to. Maybe if you want to change the text color only, you can just do that as well. So in this case, just for the sake of creativity and just to show that this thing is possible, I'll change the text color to green. And now this text is changing only for the data types, not for title or for header. So that's that. And now with that, I'll click on OK. Okay, so we've only changed a single property and close. And there we are. Click on next and finally finish. And now on our cursor, we have the extracted table, which is very tiny. So let's increase its size. So I'm going to go to Home tab, Scale. I'll select the table and I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Maybe a scale of 30 should do. And yes, it is good for this example. I'm going to now move this table right here. And as you can see, the color is green because we changed it in the table wizard. And this table now contains information related to every single block in our drawing. So archer has been used once. The unit is millimeter, color, the layer, it's on this layer, line type scale is this, the plot style is this, it's rotated to this angle, unit factor is this. So every single property is here. And the best part about this table is it is completely linked table. Now, to show this in action, I will once again take you to the tree 3 block. Now the tree 3 block has been used 4 times in our drawing. As you can see here, it's clearly visible. Also, if you just move here, let's just scroll down and we'll change one of the properties here. So here we can maybe change the color. So the color of this tree 3 is by layer. As you can see here, it's by layer. So tree 3 color is by layer. We'll change the color of this tree 3. Now the tree 3 is this one, this tree in our drawing. It's been used 4 times. And if you go to insert, you will be able to see this here. So that's the tree 3. All right, now let's select this and I'll select all of these and I'll change the color to anything random and here it is. So the color of these trees, well, it changed, though it is not yet visible here in the drawing area because inside the blocks, the colors were defined as green. So that's why it's not changing it, but that's something for another video. In this case, the color has changed and if you now select it, it will show that color. So that's the color override which is applied here. Now the same information should be visible in our extracted table. So if you go to tree 3, look at this, it's still by layer, nothing has changed, but yes, things are now different and it has changed. To see the updated information, all you need to do is select the table, right click and select update table data links, and there it is. Now you'll notice that the updated color will show up right here. Also, when you hover your cursor over this table, you'll see not only this link icon, but also this padlock icon. Well, this indicates that the table is a linked table linked to your drawing, and padlock icon indicates that these infos are completely locked. You cannot modify it. But if for some reason, if you want to just modify it, you can do that as well. So here, if let's say you want to modify this information right here, then you can select this and it is still locked, but you can go to cell locking, make it unlocked, double click inside this and now change it. So this is name. I'm going to change it to name of block, and there we are. I'll click outside and there it is. So that's a modified information. And that's the simple data extraction. And using this, you can obviously extract, well, great amount of information. Now, I'll also open the Excel sheet. So the equivalent Excel sheet of this table is this one. So here you can see that the same table has been extracted here, and you can just compare the information using this tree 3, which is by layer, because that's the original table created by data extraction where we had the color as by layer. All right. So now let's talk about extracting information from attributed blocks. So I'll open another drawing and we'll open this attribute example. Now this attribute example drawing is available inside your AutoCAD installation directory as well. When you start AutoCAD for the first time, you will see this attribute example drawing, and that's the same file. Now here we'll use once again data extraction and we'll extract information from blocks containing attributes. So again, I'll use DX for the data extraction. And here, if you now want to modify your existing file, which we created in the previous example, then you can go to edit an existing data extraction, click the ellipsis and select the sample data file, which we created earlier. Click open, next, next, just select yes. And look at this. It has all the info from our previous example, but that's not what we want. So I'm going to go back and I'll select create a new data extraction. Now select next and next. And here we want to extract data from attributed blocks or blocks containing attributes. So I'll check this box. And now we have lots of objects. Well, that includes block and non-block. So we just want information from block. So I'll just check the first one, then shift select the last one, and I'll uncheck every single option. Now I'll click outside and I'll just check this option rm_num and I'll click on next. All right. Now here I'll uncheck 3D visualization. We don't want information related to this. We definitely want information related to attributes, and we also want other information. So I'll keep those things checked. Here also you can check or uncheck the settings that you maybe want or you don't want. So we'll just uncheck all the settings related to geometry of this drawing. And just to simplify this process, maybe we'll also uncheck the options related to drawing. All right, now we have a simplified kind of table. Now I'll click on next and the same warning, and there we are. Now we have the simplified form of table. Again, you can just modify it the way you want. So in this case, I'll maybe hide the hyperlink column. We don't want it, and everything looks good. And here also you can hide some of the columns that are completely identical. And in this case, I think that the plot style, rotation and unit factor are exactly identical. So I'm going to hide these 3 because they don't have any kind of useful thing for us. Then the line type scale is, well, again same. So I'm going to hide this, and that's that. Now layer is 0. Well, we can hide this as well. I'll not hide many other blocks here because we don't have that many here, and we just have a simple rm_num block and that attribute. Also here, if you just want to maybe change the layout of these columns, you can just do that. For example, the block unit, if you don't want it here, you can just drag it to somewhere in the end. So I'm going to just drag it after maybe line weight right here. And similarly, you can just rearrange it. Once you are done with this, click on next, and now you know the next steps. So I'll simply select the first option here. We just want to extract the data and we want to keep it in the drawing. So I'll select the first option and I'll click on next. There we have it. We're not going to change anything else. I'll just type in attribute. So maybe ATT, that's enough. And I'll click on next and finish. I'll click at a point to place it, select, scale, and again 30 times. And that looks good. And there we are. So now we once again have this data extraction from our drawing, and this contains information related to our attributed block. So every single reference of that block has been added here, and that's the data extraction tool. I hope you found this video helpful. Now if you have any question related to this, let me know in the comment box, and don't forget to share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in another video.